The first thing I did was go to my local hardware store and get a whole bunch of peel and stick tiles. They were about $1.50 each, depending on which ones you get. I got two different types. I got wood looking ones, which were 6 by 30 inches, and then I don't remember how big the tile looking ones were. So obviously these tiles are meant for full-size rooms, but for doll rooms I just had to cut them, and I just used or tried to use this knife. They were pretty easy to snap in half. You just had to score it and then snap it in half. I used a ruler to make sure I was cutting in a straight line. This was a pretty big cut, but if you were trying to make tiny adjustments, like 1-inch adjustments, it was very difficult, and you had to make a lot of those because these are not sized for doll rooms. I had to cut on both sides to make sure I got a clean cut and it would not rip. Here's what it looked like once it was cut. To install them, all you had to do was peel the paper backing off like a sticker and push them to make sure they would not come out. The flooring looked pretty good whenever we had it all cut and placed down, but there was one problem. There were these gaps from where the wood didn't fit exactly, and I ended up just filling those up with wood filler. This room turned out really well. It was the third one I did, and I was super proud that there was no visible gaps. I am done flooring. It doesn't look as good as I hoped it would. You can still see some little gaps everywhere. So I'm gonna go to the store probably tomorrow and just get some wood filler. This room actually looks amazing, but I'm just gonna hope that the wood filler fixes everything. I'm just gonna use it to fill in the holes. This room also looks pretty good. These ones were especially bad. Like, you can see a whole gouge in there. Also made a huge mess, so gonna have to pick that up. But I think overall, for my first time using these little tiles, it turned out pretty good. I'm going to try and use this wood filler and this pin, which you can use to like draw on the wood filler, and I'm really hoping that it matches the wood. And then also going to use this like wood putty. So I'm going to try these, and I really hope that they work. The wood filler ended up working pretty well. You can still see where the holes were, but like from far away you won't, and on camera you won't be able to tell. It was a bit of a learning curve figuring out how to use it, but once you got the hang of it, it was really easy. This wood putty stuff ended up pretty hard to use. It was more of like a slime texture, but my mom ended up figuring it out and it worked in the end. This wood pen was a lot like a paint marker. You just went over the parts that you used, the wood filler, and it worked really well. Like, you can still tell that it's there, but it looks like they're just disappearing from camera. It is very satisfying in my opinion. That is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching.